Survivor's guilt is a mental condition that happens when anyone perceives themselves to have done something wrong by surviving a traumatic event when perhaps a loved one or a friend or a colleague did not. Survivor's guilt can be obviously found with people who have been in war, in combat, or natural disasters, epidemics, or even among family and friends of those who have died from suicide, and also in situations where perhaps a whole lot of people where you work were laid off and you were allowed to keep your job, and you might be feeling bad inside about that, like, why did you get to stay? And sometimes they say that people who are still at work when all the other people they knew just about have been laid off, they have a more difficult time emotionally than the ones who were let go. Because every day they come in and see those empty offices and they grieve inside and they feel sorry and like maybe they could have done something. This is Colleen Flanagan, the Emotions Whisperer, and we're going to talk a little bit about clearing out survivor's guilt. With all the crazy things going on in this planet, I think a lot of us have survivor's guilt. I know I've had it in the past, especially when colleagues were laid off and I was allowed to keep my job, and I have known people who committed suicide, and I always wondered, could I have done more? So what we're going to do now, if you have some feelings about survivor's guilt, you might want to write down a little information, like what exactly are your emotions? Are you feeling guilty, still sad, afraid that you could have done something better for them? You could have done something. Or maybe you just feel bad because there is nothing you can do and you can't shake this feeling. Just write down those emotions, everything you can think of, and you might want to write down that person's name and even write maybe a little paragraph about how you feel about that. And what we're going to be doing is breaking up the energy of those emotions by tapping on your governing vessel meridian endpoint, which is above your upper lip and under your nose. So if you just want to put your fingertip or your thumb under your nose above your upper lip and gently tap on that area to break up the energy, or you can also gently massage that area. And don't worry, you'll get it right the first time. So what you're going to do is just start talking about the situation. And so I'll just use one of my friends as an example, and you can change this for your own situation. I now release all these feelings of guilt, anger, rage, sadness, sorrow, and fears that I could have done something for my friend who killed himself. I let go of my fears that maybe part of it was because we had some issues with each other and he didn't know how to deal with them except by killing himself. I let go of my fear I could have done something. I could have told someone about his feelings, even though he never told me that he was even thinking of killing himself. I let go of my fear that there's something very wrong with me, or there's something wrong with life, because here I am and he's gone. And I let go especially of any feelings of bitterness and resentment and resistance to this whole situation. And now every time I focus or remember anything that happened with the situation with my friend, I will remember to tap under my nose and let go of those emotions, because they're not helping anyone. And even worse, sometimes very strong negative emotions can manifest into physical conditions, and I certainly don't deserve that. And I don't deserve to punish myself anymore, and my friend would more than likely not want me to punish myself over his decision for what he did. So be it. So you could put your hand down now and take a nice deep breath in and out. And that's how simple it is. Anytime you need that, just go ahead and do a little tapping or massaging. You could do it in a public place. People be thinking maybe you got an itch under your nose or something. But the important thing is to remember to do it, because these kind of emotions and survivor's guilt, it can just eat you up. And I'm telling you this from my experience. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you need any more assistance, please check out my website, emorescue.com, or my books on Amazon about emotional release, so you're able to help yourself, uplift yourself, and in that way uplift your family, your friends, your whole neighborhood, and perhaps even the planet. Bye for now.